Real quick guys, if you guys wouldn't mind, please be sure to consider going down your item shop and typing in BAY for your supported creator code, BEY, and then clicking accept. This will support me greatly and it will not cost you anything, so please be sure to do this, and let's get right into the video. Hey, what's up guys? In this video today, I'm going to be talking about how my views doubled, but my ad revenue stayed the exact same. And this is a problem that not only I have, but many YouTube creators all around the world are struggling through right now. So basically what you guys are looking at right now is my YouTube views the last 28 days. As you guys can see, I average around 8 to 10,000 views per day, every single day, very consistently. My views do not drop below this point or really go above this point, but if we take a look at the revenue, what we will see is that the revenue is fairly low. Now this may not seem like too low to you guys if you're not YouTube content creators, but anyone who's made content and videos that are over 10 minutes long or videos that have a decent amount of views with ad revenue will notice that this is not that much. And this all has to do with CPM and a ton of stuff that's going on behind the scenes with Google right now. So if we look at the last 365 days and we look for a time where my views were very similar to my views right now, which is around 8 to 10,000 views per day, we will basically find that I hit this period a little while ago, not for too long because my channel spiked at this point, but before the spike we can see that my ad revenue was very similar to this point right here. We can see that this was around this early mid-July point, and if I go ahead and I show you guys the revenue for these views, and this was pretty much the exact same amount of views that I used to get, what you'll see is that the revenue was almost double. I was getting less views than I am right now, actually, less consistently, less views, but I was earning almost double the ad revenue back then. So what is the reason for this? If we take a look at my ad revenue right now in the same exact period, we can see that it's almost exactly the same as what it used to be before, when I didn't get as many views. And this brought up the question of why is my ad revenue decreasing? Recently in the news, I realized that there's something big happening with the coronavirus, and if you basically take a look at the CPM as I close off the date range, the closer we get to right now, the less the CPM gets. And CPM is basically something that is cost per mile, meaning for every 1,000 views, how much money do you get on average? And if we take a look at some of the news headlines, we realize that Facebook and Google are going through a very, very bad period of advertising. And what this means is that advertisers and companies are not paying YouTube and Facebook to advertise their products and basically show their ads on our videos. And what this does is it creates scarcity in ads, and YouTube is able to play less ads on your videos, making it that you get less ad revenue per video, and this is the main reason behind the decrease. One more thing I want to show you guys is that in the last 28 days, basically if we look at the last 90 days, what you guys will see is that my ad revenue decreased even though my views were increasing significantly. Especially if I go ahead and I show you guys the last 90 days, what you'll see is that my views basically went from 4,000 to 5,000 a day to double that, which is basically around 8,000 to 10,000 views a day, but the ad revenue did not decrease. It in fact decreased or stayed right around that point. It increased a slight bit, and you'll notice this if you do the quick math and you just take a look at basically what happened. But what you'll see is that I doubled in views, but my ad revenue stayed around the same or even less than what it was, especially when you compare it to how many views I'm getting. And this is the case for every single YouTuber. So if you're one of these YouTubers who's struggling with this CPM based decrease, you guys should just know that everyone's going through this right now, and it has to do with the economy and the effects that the coronavirus is having on them. As the coronavirus eases, this will also get better. And to show you guys and give you guys an example of how you can tell, we can take a look at a very popular investment app such as Robinhood, or basically any kind of stocks investment, and we're basically just going to take a look at the Google stock. And what you guys will realize when looking at the Google stock is that as the Google stock decreases, so does CPM. This doesn't just have to do with investor confidence, but also has to do with the performance of Google. And Google's main source of revenue comes from ad revenue that it makes through web page advertising and also YouTube advertising, which is what you guys are watching and looking for in this video. And as we take a look at its stock right now, what we will see is that the stock tends to decrease as the YouTube ad revenue decreases. So right around February 20th was when the coronavirus stuff kicked off and everywhere started closing. we notice that the stock price starts to decline greatly, and as the stock price declines around this general time period, we notice that the ad revenue also drops. If I go ahead and take a look at this period right over here, this was pretty much the lowest point that the stock hit for Google. And if I go ahead and take a look at my ad revenue right in this date range, we see that it was also at a very low point. And this, although it doesn't look that low, it's because my views at that point were very high, so they counteracted the lower CPM. But when you compare them to the views and the amount of money that those views got, you realize that the CPM was actually very low and the YouTube ad revenue has decreased. So basically the point of this video is, don't be worried guys, if you're getting less revenue, this is why, and with time it will fix. It has nothing to do with your channel or the type of videos you're making. It only has to do with the economy and everything that's going on right now. So don't be worried, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that it eased your tension down a little bit if you were worried about stuff like this. And yeah guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day.